Hi. So just before I start, my computer camera photo booth thing is lagging like crazy. So I'm gonna have to do this on my phone, which is cool, I think. It's a little different. But yeah, that's just the deal. So when I show the infographic, it'll be backwards, but or both of them, but I'll post them in the blog anyway, so shouldn't be a big deal. Anyways, so this week, a digital media lecture on infographics and self-tracking. So the thing that I thought was really cool about the infographics were the historical ones, such as Copernicus and the color wheel. I think it's cool that although infographics have evolved, it's cool to see that way back then they did use a similar kind of. I guess it's the same. It's the same. It's just drawn. And I didn't connect the dots between the two. Obviously, I've seen Copernicus's heliocentrisme and the color wheel. I just never kind of associated that with an infographic that I can see, about sports or whatever with stats, and that it grandfathered that. So, the self-tracking. The thing is, when I did my self-tracking thing, I was way over my data. I have 6 gigabytes of data in my phone plan, and I was at 9.59, which is crazy. So I turned off my data and I was rolling on Wi-Fi, which obviously is pretty accessible everywhere now. But on my phone, I have 66 apps. Now that sounds like a lot, but that includes the ones that come with the phone that nobody uses. And I kind of looked through my phone and I noticed that there are 9 apps that I use. So in no particular order: Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, The Score, Yahoo Fantasy, Clash of Clans, NHL Game Center, and NFL Game Pass. Those are the ones that I use on a regular basis. Obviously, the other ones, like, calculator and stuff like that, is always very useful and used when needed. But these are really ones that, I spend time on, and I go on and I check out what's happening. And obviously, sometimes I won't use YouTube as much, or like Snapchat, you kind of go on and off. But I use those quite frequently, I should say, many times a day. So that's kind of what I found in my tracking, that I'm into the sports and the visual media. And Facebook, I like to read articles and share information and stuff. I think it's really useful. And then what do you think about our ongoing desire to track and share? What does this say about our culture and or technology? Now, I've talked about this kind of thing more than once. I think it's a powerful tool, but used in excess, it could be detrimental, obviously. But I think it's amazing that we have all this kind of technology at our disposal, and that it's so accessible now. It's incredible. It's awesome. Okay, so here, my 2 graphics. I have one. It's the classic question: Michael Jordan versus LeBron James. So this infographic here has on top the age that they are or were, because Michael Jordan is much older than LeBron James, and then it has where they were at that time, what if they won anything, or so here on top you can see the age of the person. Boom, boom. And then, this is so annoying. And then, boom, like you can see here. LeBron James is 28 now, so that's why he has 2 championships already. And then Michael up here has, boom, 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 his 6 championships. What a legend. Now we'll see if LeBron can get there. And then it has here also like Eastern All-Star, They won, well, the years they won MVP, et cetera, et cetera. So it's a pretty cool infographic if you're into that kind of thing. Oh, and it also has the Toon Squad because Michael Jordan filmed filmed Space Jam, which is a great movie, one of the best. The second infographic here is one that the Montreal Canadiens do after every game, and it has all kinds of stats throughout the game, and people that are into sports are really, really, really into stats. And I think this one is awesome because it shows all the essentials, you know, power play percentage, scores, obviously, and assists and all that. And then it has, here, I'll show you here. So you're here, right here you got your, this one is shots on net, first period, second period, third period. The Habs are always in red, and the opposing team's always in gray. So it makes for quick you know, you can see it fast if you know what you're looking for, and which is obviously the intended audience are Montreal Canadiens fans, so you kind of know. Shot attempts, hits, face-offs won. Oh, these are all cool. There's a circle here, boom, split in half. Power play, 2 for 5. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Possession, and then boom, here are the two captains. Henrik Zetterberg, Max Pacioretty. How many goals did they score? Their plus minus. Shots on net. And boom, 6 consecutive victories for the Montreal Canadiens since the beginning of the season. Because that's what's up. So that is a really cool infographic. Now I'll post both of these on my the blog page so that you can take a nice, good look at it. Because, oh, that's a great photo of Plek and Galley. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, and so I'm gonna talk about my artist statement for my my poster project. So my poster is a poster for the Montreal Canadiens. Now I had another idea of making a cool poster with scribbles and all that I mentioned in my other vlog, but like I was there and I was doing the Photoshop, and really for a first project for me, I think I was getting a little bit ahead of myself, and I wanted to keep it simple. So basically what I wanted to do was I wanted to illustrate the history, you know, the richness of the history of the Montreal Canadiens, because that's what people get a kick out of in Montreal. When you go to Le Centre Bell to watch Les Glorieux, it's a big deal, and it's a huge part of the city. You know, Maurice Richard and everything, and they have this thing where they pass the torch at the beginning of the season, and it's really, really, really well done at the Bell Center. They have, you know, always a kid comes, passes the torch to, you know, one of the players, and then, you know, it ends with the captain. So Max Pacioretty, or he goes to the middle of the ice, or it could be a kid, I don't even know. And then they put the torch in the middle, in the center ice, and then boom, psh, the whole ice lights up. Obviously, like it looks like fire, but it's a projector, and it's really, really, really cool to see. And it's that whole history that's very, it makes everybody feel. It's like a sense of home, and so that's something that I really feel strongly for, obviously, because I mean I'm a crazy hockey head from Montreal, and I'm living in Toronto, so you gotta kind of have to keep that heritage, if you will. Although I am sporting the Blue Jays, because you gotta, you know, they gotta do it. They have to do it. So that's why, and the other thing I wanted to promote was the bilingualism of Montreal. So the title and everything's French, and then I have the Habs Twitter account name, and I think it's also their Instagram name, definitely is. And then their hashtag is #GoHabsGo, and there's an expression we use in Montreal: "À Montréal, la ville c'est hockey." Montreal, the city is hockey, and then underneath the quote is from a poem. Written in 1915, those particular two lines of that poem are on top of. They have in the Montreal Canadiens dressing room. They have photos of all, I guess, the captains or all the legendary players, and on top of that is that quote from 1915. It was a poem written by I can't remember his name, but it was for World War I. And they use it in Remembrance Day as well, and everything. So it's pretty interesting. So like I said, it's the legacy of the Canadians. I think 106 years old now. It was founded in 1909. So that's something that anybody that is a hockey fan from Montreal feels very, very strongly for. So that is my artist's statement. So I hope you enjoyed. This one's a pretty long video, and I'll see you later. Thank you.